Alright, this seems solid. We don't have a 2 to get back, but we do have a Bankbuster to play. So we have removal. Yeah, this feels great. We're on the play as well, so that gives us the highest chance. We'll go ahead and start off with the Shattered Sanctum, since we're not really running cut downs. And let's go ahead and get our second black going. Bankbuster. So maybe blue-white control? No. Ooh, alright, straight up Bant. Or, yeah, Bant. Nice. Alright, then we'll hold what we got. Just draw here. Could play this shouldered, right? Not really knowing what we're going up against. Legion gives me a nice warm and fuzzy. So we'll see what kind of thing that they got going on here. So they're a ramp list. Okay. Oops. Nope. Take that off before we don't get to draw. Silly me. Let me switch it to full control just in case to make sure I don't like pass through our list. Okay, let's draw. Just wanted to make sure. Ooh, that's a good one. It's actually a really good one here. That's actually a really good one. So we can shoulder it, or we can let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can draw. Yeah, let's just Sorn here and plus.
I bring order to this.
We'll draw that. I think it's fine.
Dire times call for dire.
So now we have the capability of drawing again. We can play shouldered. Scrutiny. Refill the hand. I dig it. I dig it. I like what this opponent's got going on, man. I like it. I like it. So let's plus again. Reveal the shouldered. Sure. Play the land.
Innistrad is free.
We can draw. Get this going. And then draw. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. They know shouldered is coming, which is fine, but let's just keep our hand nice and full, right? I don't think we're necessarily punished for that. What do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the Titan. So something's going down. Let's see if it's the wedding announcement or the Bankbuster. Wedding announcement. Okay. Definitely worse things. 1, 2, 3, 4. They put the shield counter, but that's okay. And chump. What does a chump do for us? Let's draw first, I guess, before we make any decisions. Go for the throat. So kill, and then yeah, let's chump. We got a full grip. Oh, that untaps lands, derp. Forgot about that. Oh no. Forgot about that part. Forgot about that part. So now they have counter magic up. That stinks. Alright, let's go. Exile. I feel so silly. Feel so silly. Alright, and then what's the best use of our mana here? No. Oh my gosh. That was 100% a misclick. 100% a misclick. So they Fading Hope. That's not what I wanted to do, like in the slightest. So this is a Deluge. Okay. Alright, at least we...
You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
So we get to redraw. Maybe that was my fault. Maybe we should have just played the shouldered and deny them all the draw. Gain 7, yep. Wait, why? Oh, because of auto passing. Okay, got you. Got you. It's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Definitely not what I was hoping to do in the slightest.
Stay your hand, mortal.
So we shouldered, leave up, go for the throw for the next Titan, right? Yeah, I didn't realize I clicked auto pass there. That was my bad. Ooh, that's good to know. That is very good to know. All right, play shouldered. So is this what they were leaving the counter spell up for? They're gonna cycle, okay. And then we plus and reveal. And then let's
Blood for
attack.
knowledge, a fair trade.
Play our land and send it back. We gotta leave up go for the throat now to make sure we can take out the Titans. Have to make sure they can take out the Titans. They are running some board wipe action, so that's a consideration. They know about this shoulder. They didn't know about the other one. Depopulate. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see what the follow-up play is. All right, we'll draw another land, and that's it. Take up the shield is nice. So play our second shouldered and crew and attack. Let's see if they have the Emperor or not. They do not. All right, plus, and now we leave up, take up the shield. We will I don't want to take 10. We're gonna decline. Or take 10. Go to 10. We'll be taking 3 there. I think that may be reasonable. Either way, we're gonna leave up, take up the shield. That feels pretty good. So unless they literally have farewell, we're okay. Target creature's indestructible. You got it, bud. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fair. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus. We will reveal that.
Nothing on
Play that.
is free.
And play wedding announcement. And then send it back. Alright, alright. So I'm starting to feel like we've got it under control now. Starting to feel like we've got it under control. Next turn we will missionary. They depopulate. That's fine. We're not going to save either of those guys. They're not important enough. Of note, they didn't do the graveyard because they are running Shigeki. They scrutiny again. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can missionary, get back shouldered. But just not play shouldered. Ooh. Let's go here. We missionary, pay the price, get shouldered back, and we're not going to play shouldered here. So if we don't, we once again have to leave up go through the throat. So we'll just plus, keep our hand full. Farmhand is good. Farmhand is good. We haven't played a land yet, so play farmhand, grab another. All right, it's starting to come together, my friends. Ooh, that's good to know. Last planes in the deck. All right, all right. Oh, I thought we didn't play a land. Oh yeah, yeah, we played the tap land, right? Is that where the all right? Not too shabby, not too shabby. We may get to a point where we just, all right, well, we were going to get to a point where we could just ultimate Sorin. But we'd be chilling. All right, they're going to gain some life. I can respect it. I can respect it. This is a fun little game, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Destroy all creatures. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scrutiny. They've gone through 2/3 of their deck, man. This is sick. This is freaking sick. Alright. Play our land. Play shouldered. 1, 2, 3. And then we can go here. Let's plus again. We will reveal the shouldered. And then let's get
My secrets very well.
Elos back, or get a mission. Yeah, get Elos back. So go here, get Elos back. They gain life. We have the Oblivion, or we leave both of these up. Let's go here and get back Elos, and then hold. All right, not bad, not bad. We have the window now. They get a window. So let's see. They get. I'm assuming they get. Whatchamacallit? Yep, Shigeki back. Shigeki is gonna allow them to do all the shenanigans. This is nuts, man. Super cool. Super cool list. We dabbled in a list like this at one point. See what the opponent is gonna do. I mean, they've definitely outcarded us by 14 cards. So Sorin has single-handedly kept us in this game. Single-handedly kept us in this game, I think. But we're also doing the black-white thing of just recursion, right? They're board wipes because they can't afford to clear the graveyard. They're only running one Titan so far. Shigeki for double board wipes. Okay. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're gonna depopulate, and we are going to protect our shoulder. Triggers. Keep hitting our land drops. We love that. Land drop and minus. All right, let's swing first. And let's keep plussing. Yeah, we're just gonna keep plussing. Nice. We'll reveal that and hold it in hand.
Not for the weak.
They have a farewell, so we can't really push anything else, so we just hold. We don't necessarily worry about these things. It's up to them now to be able to have an answer for Sorin. If not, we just Sorin their face. So let's see if they have a way of gaining life here. Right? I think the fact that we force them to have to double. Target player shuffles up to 4 cards from their graveyard into their library. Look at the top 4 cards of them. Put them one of those in your hand. The rest on the bottom. Okay. So I'm assuming it's their board wipes. Oh, we don't get to see. Oh, sad face. They found the answer. All right. So if we play this and then sack it, the exile effect doesn't happen, right? I believe it doesn't get exiled. Yes. Okay, cool. We did it right. They Titan. Okay. They Titan. So I think we've got it. 5 life and Rhino. We will allow that. And then they Cartographer. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got it. Because they also are not going to have blocks thanks to our Path of Peril. Oh man, this was a well fought out fight, man. This was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, opponent. Well played, my friend. Well played. So here. Destroy all creatures mana value 2 or less. This is less than 2. This is less than 2. So let's ultimate first, right? because I want to see the ultimate. So ultimate you.
Use my egress.
And then we
Turn to the
Path of
dust
Peril.
strength.
Ah, sad face. Good game. It was a good game, though. All right, this one looks good. 2-drop into 3/4 with for some redundancy. I like this quite a bit. We'll keep this one. Would like a little bit of interaction, but you know, as long as there's aggression on the other side of the board, which it looks like there is, I think we might be okay. Let's go ahead and start off with the Sanctum, just cause like the thing is all their removal is going to be exiling effects. So now the issue is they're going a little wide on us, so I am slightly concerned that they may have the ability of playing like a Harbin and just flying over us. Paragon is pretty interesting. So we are going to trade here because we are planning on playing the Specialist anyways, so this kind of gets some shenanigans going. Rite of Oblivion is nice because we get to exile the Veteran. So I dig it. I dig it. Let's go ahead and do the thing. Go here. Get this back. And now we can block with Specialist and get it back again with Missionary. Going to the air. Pretty respectable. Pretty respectable. So the question is, right? Do we want to give him... We give him the draw here. So we have a couple options. Do we just play the shouldered, let him draw a card, right? They get to attack, they get to make the dude, but then the subsequent turn is the question. We could Rite of Oblivion. The issue I have with playing Rite of Oblivion here is the fact that it doesn't do anything towards developing our board. Though we can sack this dude to kill him, then just play Rite plus Missionary. And then we don't give them the opportunity to continue to develop their board and draw cards. Is that better than playing a shouldered here, right? I think so. I think giving them one card is probably good enough. And then we could stop it at that. So let's go ahead and do that. Exile that guy here. We still have a solid blocker. So they're going to get to draw a card. And then I think we have to sandbag it, the second one, for a Harbin, right? We have to be cognizant of that. We'll play another one. Because once again, I think we're okay aggressively trading. Especially since we could get it back with Paragon. Reinforcements main phase. So that makes me feel like they have a Harbin. There's the Harbin. So, yeah. I guess we stick to the plan, unfortunately. So the question is, because this can survive an attack, but this can trade up, right? So I think they're just going to double block if we attack, right? So let's go ahead and get rid of Harbin and go here. Buy us a little bit of time. Now the big thing is, let's see if they have another one, which, I mean, they knew about it, and they do. So unfortunately, bit of a bummer, right? Not much we can do there. I think we did the best we could. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't have the counter magic. Do not have the counter magic. Oh, that was freaking amazing.
Impressive.
Oh my goodness. What a top deck. What a top deck. That was incredible. All right. Shouldered. So are you going to attack with Myrel or not? Oh my goodness. That was incredible. What a top deck. All right. Man, I wish we had something more to do with this Paragon. All right. No attacks. We have a block here. They could activate the veteran if they want. Infantry. Okay, so they're going to attack to make a bunch of dudes. I can respect it. They're not going to. Interesting. Interesting. Hit our land. Attack. They're going to draw here. I'm going to attack. I don't think we're punished here with Eliza. They can draw. They're going to take a hit, but I think... Yep. Play Eliza. Now, they haven't played a Cathar yet, so we do have to keep that in mind. Eliza can block the officer even with the pump effect. Veteran. Okay. We're still good here. And actually, I think this is enough for us to take it, right? Because we have to, they attack, they have to, yes! Oh, that felt so good. Out of the jaws of defeat, we took the win. Greetings, my fellow knights and Pantawans. Welcome back to the MTG Struggle Bus, where I, Jedi, struggle more to play Magic, so hopefully you don't have to. If just a all-around solid mid-range list, just good, reliable, solid curve, a little bit of redundancy going on, a lot of resilience going on, is your jam, you may have come to the right place, my friends, because that's exactly what's on the menu for today. Nothing too spicy. We are literally just attacking the current meta of just a ton of mono red and blue white soldiers on the ladder. It's what I'm seeing. It makes deck brewing a little more difficult because you have to accommodate for that every single time. And so I decided to maybe simplify our deck building a little bit and attack the meta directly. And so by doing that, we are going with a very strong mid-range Orzhov list, capitalizing on creatures that can generate 2-for-1s as well as a lot of lifelink to be able to stem the bleeding from mono red, right? Hopefully we are going to control the board early, make some aggressive trades, keep our life total up, and then once they fizzle out of gas, we are able to start dropping our more powerful mid-range cards that are going to run away with the game and recuperate that life that the opponent was relying so heavily to get down. And so, without further ado, let's get on into it. Mana base is pretty straight, running 5 plains and 5 swamps because we're evenly dispersed, as you see here. That does give us the chance to run 3 Mishra's Foundries, and then I decided to go ahead and go with Scoured Barrens here, just to be able to gain the little bit of life that sometimes comes in handy. I will note that this is not necessarily a life gain deck. That is something that we will be brewing later because I am going to continue to revisit this because the deck is freaking sweet. At the top end, we're running 2 Lizas. Primarily, she's got a lot going on, to be honest with you. She is a 4/5 flyer with lifelink, which is the main reason we are running her. She trades with 90% of the things in the air right now, and the fact that she has the ability to recur some of our threats should our opponent kill it. Let's be honest, in most cases she's the lightning rod, but hopefully she comes down late enough to where they're going to run out of removal. Then also she causes our opponent's creatures to be exiled when they die. The important thing there is the fact, if you guys have played against Kumano versus Kakazan, that exile clause is very powerful, and so having it on another relevant body, chef's kiss. All right, we are running 2 Sorns as both lifelink, right? Sometimes we just play them -2/-2, add 4/6 worth of stats of lifelink on the board and call it a day. Other times, with our residual lifelink that we have in the list, we are able to draw a bunch of cards, and we may or may not pop off that ultimate at some point. No spoilers yet. 3 Shouldered because, I mean, it's shouldered. Gains his life, kills the opponent, is a great blocker. And then 1 Sarah Paragon, as you will see here in a moment, because we have a handful of things to get back with her. So why not? I don't think she's completely busted in this list, and that's why we're not running more. Plus, mana bases are tight, or spell slots, but very solid, very solid card. Now, in the removal slot, we are running a full playset of Legions to Ashes. This is a new card from Brothers War that I am trying out to see if you guys should craft it or not, or even use it. Now, it is a sorcery speed removal spell that costs 3, so not great there. Yes, there is Soul Transfer that gives us the ability to get one of our creatures, primarily Shouldered or Liza, back, but because this deck is running a decent amount of recursion already, I have decided to try this out because of the fact that it allows us to exile any target non-land permanent. So hits planeswalkers, hits enchantments, hits artifacts. It does the full kit and caboodle in one card, and I think that's extremely powerful. It exiles as well, which means we don't have to worry about shield counters or recursion from the other opponent's side of the board in case we have to, for example, kill a Portal to Phyrexia. So that's why we're trying this out. We're running 2 Path of Peril because, once again, a nod to both the mono red and the blue-white soldiers list. This allows us to sometimes wipe the board wipe only one side of the battlefield, right? If we have a bunch of our larger mid-range threats and our opponent just plays to the board. Later in the game, if we do draw it, it can just straight up be a board wipe, which does come in handy sometimes. Running a full playset of Wedding Announcement because the card draws us cards, gums up the board, and buffs up the rest of our team. Remember, most of our creatures have lifelink, so that +1/+1 effect is very potent. And we have a little bit of a sacrifice theme, so that's why we want multiple bodies on the board. Extraction Specialist is a 3/2 lifelink that gets back one of our various 2-drops, so that's why this is in there, though it's not completely busted and we do need a 2-drop in the board for this to be worth a card, and so that's why we're running 3 instead of the full 4. Now, the key part of the deck, right? What stems the bleeding against these aggressive decks are our 2-drops. Let's get into it. 3 Ambitious Farmhands because 1, it has lifelink on the back end if we draw it late, but primarily in the early game it guarantees us hitting our 3rd and 4th land drop, which is very important against these aggressive decks. You cannot afford to miss a land drop, and it chump blocks very well. 1 Cathar Commando that can both be a removal spell, playing it in mid combat and then blocking with the 3/1, but we can also use it as a main deck way of dealing with those pesky enchantments and artifacts like Bankbuster, Portal of Phyrexia, Fight Rigging, and Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Running 3 Phyrexian Missionaries. This card is great on 2 because it's a 2/3 with lifelink, which is very difficult for these aggro decks to deal with. In most cases, we're happy aggressively trading it. Then when we draw at any point in the game later on, we can simply kicker it for an additional black and 1 and get back one of our powerful threats from the graveyard. Whether it be a specialist to start the loop, we can get a Shouldered back, we can get Eliza back. Very solid, very solid. 1 to take up the shield because sometimes I felt like we had stabilized and the only way our opponent would get out of this is to have a board wipe, and so I decided to run one of these, and plus it gives lifelink, so it gives indestructible lifelink as a way to hedge our bets. Granted, it does not give hexproof, which would deal with exile effects, but once again, I was playing against board wipes is really what I was worried about, and so if later in the game we have enough mana left over, we can leave up 2 mana and leave this up. +1/+1 counter is relevant and the lifelink is relevant, so that's why we're doing it. But it's not our game plan to leave it up the entire game, and that's why we're only running 1 of. 2 go for the throats because hey, we still need instant speed removal. It's a thing, so go for the throat is the best choice there. 2 Elos Ilkor because it's a 2/2 with Death Touch, so it's going to trade up most of the time regardless of how aggressive our opponent is. It allows us to block Shielders and Werewolves and all the like that our opponent smashes in with. It blocks Gix, and because it's 2 costs, we can get it back with our Extraction Specialist, and it does have the Drain effect, where it allows us to gain some life every time a creature enters the battlefield, but it also pings our opponent whenever one of our creatures dies, so some good value there. 1 Rite of Oblivion, just as an pseudo 2-for-1, right? We have ways of recurring, we have ways of getting extra creatures out, so just having 2 exile effects on 1 card is extremely powerful, but we're not a complete sacrifice deck, and that's why we're only running 1 of those. And then another way to complement our Sorin and our Wedding Announcement for card advantage, we are running Reckoner Bankbuster. 2-drop, we can't get it back with Extraction Specialist, but overall, very powerful card. Allows us to draw cards, allows us to play to the board. Solid. So that is the list, my friends. Like I said, nothing super spicy here, just a very, very solid Orzhov list. But hey, sometimes you just got to attack the meta, and that's exactly what this deck is doing. 100%. But before we get into the gameplay, I want to give a shout out to a very special subscriber, and that is Tristan Eli. Tristan, thank you so much, my friend, for supporting me and the channel, staring at this ugly mug day in and day out. Helps me out. Really encourages me to continue making these videos. I hope you are enjoying it. Thank you so much for subscribing and writing the struggle bus with me. You rock, and this Orzhov list is for you, my friend. When it's going first, 2 pain lands. Plenty of 2s to play. We're gonna keep this. Keep this. Of course, we go against mono black Arena. Play our land, send it back to the opponent. So most likely going to use our Commando for a block instead of playing Bankbuster here. So make do with what we got. And either way, we're going to take some pain, but I guess we could go this way. Right? Let's go this way. And my reasoning behind that is that they have to either decide on whether to play Feldon or not here, right? See if they have the additional spell. They do. So let's get our 2-for-1, right? And then they have to shoot our missionary. We still get to gain the life. Feels good. Feels good. Alrighty. We can go Wedding Announcement this turn, right? We can also just straight up exile the Swift Spear. Though I feel like we want to keep this. Oh, we have that for the enchantment as well. Yeah, let's just get rid of the Swift Spear. I think just getting rid of the Swift Spear here is correct, right? We don't give him a target for the Rending Flame. Boom goes the Dynamite. And now we're able to play Bankbuster and then leave up Commando if we need to. We also get the chance to draw to make sure we hit our land drop. So I'm feeling pretty decent about things right now. Pretty decent. So we know that they have burn, right? So I think we're gonna draw to make sure we can play our Liza here. Boom goes the Dynamite. All right, double land, not bad. Let's see, do we want to keep taking 1? My hesitation about playing Liza is that if they left up double removal, then they hit the Liza, right? So I think we want to burn their removal prior to. So let's go here. Right? And now if they shoot us in the face, we're going to fall to 10, but once again, Liza being able... The important thing is to... Oh, I guess she would gain us some life too, right? What is she? We don't get the life link, but if they use 2 spells to kill her, right? And they are already demonstrating that they're packing Rending Flame for Shieldred. So that is a concern here. So now I'm wondering if we Commando here or not. They're digging. That's a good sign. Alright. Dealing some damage to us. So now I think I am going to end of turn play Commando. We're not necessarily worried about drawing a card here. We are just going to play Commando. Now we have 2 things that could hit up the Bankbuster. Keep hitting our land drops. Love that. We are going to activate this. Play Liza. And maybe this is a little premature. They're going to go digging. Yep. Okay, so I was a little conservative. Obviously, so is the last card in their hand Rending Flame? Is that what they're doing here? And no sense in attacking. Yep, so they had the Rending Flame, fair enough. So maybe we should have waited, actually. Since if we waited 1 more turn, this would have been big enough, right? So that, good chance that's on me. Take the 1, destroy the Kumano. Yeah, let's just destroy the Kumano. Rite of Oblivion. That's a good one. That's actually a very good one. Hit our land. And then Rite of Oblivion the chick, sacking a dude. Okay, this feels good. Yeah, I do think I messed up there. I do think I messed up by not leaving up the, or waiting for the flip, right? Because we had them already on Rending Flame. So, I mean, yeah, that was on me. We could have played that a little bit better. Could have definitely played that a little bit better. But, I mean, once again, we designed this deck to beat mono red, and right now it looks like we're doing pretty darn good. Another land. Shouldered. Nice. All right. Let's play Shouldered. And then immediately draw a card. They're going to play with Fire or Face. I can respect it. I can respect it. And they scoop it up. Yep. There we go. Nice. So not the most exciting opening hand, but against an aggro list, I like what we got. So we're going to keep this. We can go 2, then block aggressively, 3, 4. I like this. I like this a lot. So we'll see what we can make happen here. Going up against mono blue. A little less exciting. Little less exciting, not gonna lie. But we will make do with what we can, my friends. So Fading Hope an option, or is it consider? Is consider. Roger that. So next turn, play the Barons, play the Missionary, because they're not going to really kill anything. So attack first, gain some life. Rite of Oblivion, that's a thing that we can do. Not thrilled about it, but luckily our gameplay is pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and just play a land, not play into the Make Disappear. We can do it next turn, right? Play the Missionary. No sense in losing it. They're going to consider. That is perfectly all right. So, I mean, yeah, I guess we just hold this for whenever they play the, what's it called? The Jin? Haughty Jin? Play Haughty Jin, kill it, or, I'm sorry, attempt to kill it. They counter it, and then we go about our day. Interesting. So they thought about the land. They thought about the land. That is interesting. I'm trying to think why they would think about the land. Alright, let's get in there first. Then we will play our Foundry and attempt to play the other Missionary. Let's see if they run Essence Scatter. And then we have 2 different ways. Alright, they do run the Scatter. Fair. Next turn, we'll just start attacking with our Foundry. Right? Nothing really we can do about it. But it is what it is, right? Ooh, take up the shield. Play land. Fire off the Foundry. Swing for 4. See if they use something here. I mean, we could take up the shield if we really want to, but I don't think so. Fortunately, take up the shield is not going to allow us to do anything super spicy either, as far as like to make it to where when these things can push through a Haughty Jin. And it's a slightly expensive to where we may not be able to to do it in response to like a Fading Hope to our guy. If we do pull like a Liza. Ooh. Alright, let's see what they go to do here. If they do try to do something, we will... No, it's not hexproof, so I guess we just gotta let it go. So it actually doesn't do anything here. We probably should have been proactive and done it then. Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can respect it. Left on top. Left on top. Huh. That's interesting.
know I've always got time to fight. It's nice to see a familiar face.
Minus. Okay, we'll just put... So this is interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we can actually do just about everything we need to here. So, attack. See if they block. They don't block.
Time travel is harder than it looks.
That's interesting. I really was expecting the block there. So let's go here. Take that action. And do we Legion here? Is that kind of crazy? I am going to Legion. Because if not, they're going to have the protection for it. So we Legion here. We still have Rite of Oblivion. We have some sack fodder, right? We technically have 2 pieces of sack fodder. The thing is, they don't see that coming, right? They're both sorcery speed, so we might as well play the one that costs more. So land, Rite of Oblivion. Ironically, we could flip that into a 3/3, but unfortunately it doesn't do anything for us here. So play the land, white, black, write this, sacking here. They hit the negate. Roger that. Right again. Sacking this. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take that. Let's see if they have a follow-up play. Still don't feel great about it, right? Gonna need to draw some of our gas, but... I mean, that means... Another Pilgrim, okay.
I'm finished running from battles I might not win. Who's that handsome devil?
Gross. Definitely did not want that. That is unfortunate. Let's see what our opponent does here. Haven't played the land yet. They block. Oh, they have consider. Okay. Go here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have legions that can kill that. They're gonna minus again.
Knowledge is meant to be shared.
So they probably have flow of knowledge, right? This is a little unfortunate that we kind of flooded a little bit here. All right, let's play a land and send it back. No sense in pulling the trigger on this for just one. We have a plenty of life total to work with. Maybe we can snag something like a serpent or another token off of this, right? Because they're going to go ahead and thirst and then minus again. So, yep. Sick. Absolutely sick. Nicely done, opponent. Nicely done. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably just gonna do this for 3. We would like to have a follow-up play. Let's see if we do. All those are good. So we'll see what we draw. But they have a full grip now. So it bodes pretty well for them. Pretty well, pretty well. There's the terror. Okay, so do full price on this. They haven't activated that yet. Down to 22. And they haven't played anything else. Minus? Okay. So hopefully they just have more card draw. Alright. Flood, play, try to wipe the board. They counter it, and then we will go about our day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hard pressed to believe they don't have a form of counterspell, or at the very least are able to dig into a counterspell. There's the gate. Good game. On to the next one. All right, this feels amazing. This is exactly what this deck wants to do, right? 2, then they kill it, we get it back, and then, yeah, we're gonna keep it. Let's see if we go up against an aggro list. That would be nice, right? Go up against an aggro list since we've designed the deck to be solid against aggro. Okay, okay. Gruul aggro, that was not on my radar. Aggro was not on my radar, but let's go ahead and get Elos down because we could potentially block the 3/3 they play with Death Touch, right? So it's okay, it's okay. They're gonna go with another Kumano. Fair, I can respect it. I can respect it. All right, well, I'm getting a little nervous. A little nervous. Just a scotch. Could get rid of one of these, right? I don't think we want to, though. Now, I believe it has to die. If source would die, if a creature dealt damage this turn by a source you control would die. Okay, so we can still Path of Peril. So let's see if we get lucky. Right? Mechanized. We have an answer for that. We have an answer for that. So do we just block? We're not going to block. Missed our land drop, but we get to get rid of this. And no attacks in case they play a 4-drop. And see, here's the thing, right? Now we can potentially use the Path of Peril, get these 2 things gone. It's annoying. All right, you got me. We'll block this way. Now we get to take up the shield, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I guess get rid of that because it's extremely powerful. So just use Path of Peril as a 1-for-1. Let's see if they have a follow-up play. Looks like they may crew. All right, so that bodes well for us. So we may have stabilized here. There we go. Okay. Play shouldered. Start gaining some life now. Let's see if they held on to double removal spell or if they're running the Rending Flame. No block. See what they play. Battalion, that is sick. Mana value 2 or less. Alright, block. Take 6. That's relevant. I mean, don't get me wrong. That is relevant. That is relevant. Missing land drop again. Don't have a 2. We Path of Peril only kills this. So I think we Sorin. Sorin -2. No attack.
I bring my own army.
It's a little scary, right? A little scary still. If we hit the land drop and could have played Liza, I've been pretty happy about that. We hit the land drop, we may go Extraction Specials, leaving up Take Up the Shield to gain a little bit more life. I like that inclusion. That was very powerful. They're cycling here because obviously their life total is a resource. They need to kill our things. So block, block. Let's see if they try to take out Sorin or not. And we're perfectly okay with Sorin just being literally a -2/-2. Fable. Pretty powerful. And all right, we took down aggro. Exactly what we designed the deck to do. Nice. All right. Going first, keeping 2-lander. Not the biggest fan of that. That being said, 1 land lets us play Path of Peril, and we have a way of drawing cards, and we have a way of gaining some life. Excuse me. So I am going to keep this, right? It's kind of already a mulligan with Eliza in our hand, but it is what it is. So depending on what the opponent plays is what direction we're going to go in. So with them going heroes, I think we have to go this way. Make sure we hit our land drops. We're going to hold on to the legions to get rid of whatchamacallit. We hit our land, which is nice, actually. So because we hit our land, we draw to make sure we could play shouldered or not. They don't run a lot of removal. We can Path of Peril, another 2-drop. Or do we just get rid of this now? I think we just stem the bleeding here. All right, what's their removal? What's their removal package? It's just exile effects, right? Yeah, let's not give them free life. I was just trying to think if we can use this to get shouldered back, but I think not letting them just get free damage on us is a way to get there, right? Yeah, look at that. They would have been able to draw some cards. So, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. They get to replace it, but man, do we want to try to go for the give them a card? Give them a card, or yeah, let's see if we hit the land drop. We're running 25 lands. I feel like we should hit it. Okay, we missed. This will give us the land next turn. So give them. All right, definitely glad we respected. So this doesn't draw. This is interesting. This is gonna be an interesting one for sure. No, just in case we missed the land, so we have to take it. All right, we did miss the land, so I'm glad we did it the way we did it. All right, take one here and here so we don't lose any life, and now we can crew up the Bank Buster if we need to. Get a land into play. And go for the throw. Do we care about them gaining life? Let's do it just in case. Oh yeah, so they can't have Plaza of Heroes up. No blocks. We're going to tap 2 to crew so they don't have a free attack with Gix. I mean, we can also just double block here if we're worried about them potentially having removal, but pretty sure they're running a legendary list, so the removal is going to be fairly limited. Okay. We can work with this. I'm assuming no attacks here. Alright, alright. Hit our land. I like that. So do we Liza here? We can also just kill Adeline. Kill Adeline and draw a card, right? We can kill Gix. We're 1 card away from Path of Peril, so I don't want to play Liza here. We can keep the go for the throw. Yeah, let's get rid of Adeline. We get to keep our instant speed removal and we get to draw. Yeah, I like this. This feels good to me. We have good blocks across the board. We're 1 away from Path of Peril, so hopefully they continue to push. It looks like they may be some kind of just straight Esper, right? Okay, let's see how they want to do their attacks. This is the discard one. Okay, I see what they're trying to do. So I think in response to that, do we just let them filter 3 cards? That's horrible. We can't let them do that. So in fact, I'm just gonna kill her right now. I'm gonna kill her right now so they don't get the free cards. I think that's correct. We don't get to draw, but it is what it is. Then, because what would have happened is, if we didn't kill it, they would have had a card underneath it, right? And then, after that, they would have had the ability to attack with 3 things, filter, and get a bunch of cards underneath her. So, leaving up the card was definitely the strong suit here. So, I think we just block, keep our life total up, since we're gonna... Well, I say wipe the board. That's actually a little on the scary side, now that I think about it. So I think we're just going to chump here. go like this because we may not hit our land drop, now that I think about it, which is a little scary. All right, that's one way to hit our land drop, I guess. So play... We go here. Gosh darn it. Fizzle sticks. Fizzle sticks. Playing Shielder, it stops them from getting too crazy. And they've been spending all their mana every turn. Let's go here. And we will take that action. Get another land. And then play it. And then... Yeah, it still just kills most of our stuff. We're going to have to full price this. No attacks. Send it back. So hopefully... Oh, man. It's a little bit of a bummer. Urtai. Okay. So they're not going to leave up the stuff and things. So I like that. They're going to blow that up. Crew. So they don't have free attacks, right? Okay, we get a card out of it. This is all bodes well for us. Oh, this is great. Oh, we got really lucky too. All right, cool. They overcommitted. We're good. And they're only attacking with 2. We're just getting the life back because we're wiping the board. So this has worked out pretty nicely. Pretty nicely. All right, block here. That foretells what's going on, but it is what it is. We'll draw another extraction specialist. All right. All right. Do we have a follow-up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's a spicy one too. All right, play the land and colorless. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we don't get to draw. I'm sorry. That's right. And we have to pay the 1 for... Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. Derp. Forgot we had to pay the 1. Path of Peril. Wiping the board. All right. Let's see who can rebuild faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get to go Extraction Specialist. They grab that. We're okay with that. We can actually exile that if we want to. I think we do. Let's check the waters, see what our opponent has going on. All right, so they have something. They're going to let that ride. So let's grab Farmhand, gets another land. Play the land, try to get rid of Denick. We're going to take that action. And Oblivion Denick, sacking this guy. And then we just draw at the end of their turn. They get to draw, unfortunately. Do they have protection for it? Okay. Want to make sure that they've burned out like all their resources, right? I mean, wow. After all this, they still have a bigger hand than we do. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. And now they have the exile. Okay. So let's draw. So we have to keep that in mind. Excuse me. So do we try to turn the corner here? Play our land. Here. Play Liza. We haven't seen a counterspell from them either, right? Yeah, they seem to be all creatures, so I don't think we play around. And then crew. And then attack with both. And then we get to draw a card off of Wedding Announcement, right? I'm being extremely conservative with this shouldered. Maybe we just play shouldered, actually. Wow, they take it all. Alright, yeah, I think we just play shouldered here. I think it's fine to pull the trigger finally on her. If they sandbag the Dissipate, this could be an Urtai as well. Then they just Urtai the Liza. So either way, we were Dunskies. Ah, bounce. Okay. Okay. I can respect it, but I really feel good about where we're at here. I think we can power through a Rada Drabak. I think we're good. Oh, and they played their last land? Okay, yeah, alright, we got there. We got the attrition battle, baby. We got there. Alright, play land. Tap. Play shouldered. Crew. Leave shoulder back to block. We attack. Feeling pretty good about this. Shoulder can kill this, but then we get to play it again to get a card back. So we don't even... Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. And actually, Liza shuts off Rada Drabak. I didn't even think about that. Because it exiles. So that's pretty gangster, too. That is pretty gangster as well. Alright. Play that and draw. Oh, man. Orzhov just feels so good sometimes. Feels so good. I don't feel like we did... Yeah, like it just... Our deck did its thing, man. Our deck did its thing. Right? We are semi-poorly positioned against mono blue and control, but any kind of mid-range or aggro list, man, I think we just power through. I really do. And then here we can get back. Yeah, I think we just grab another land out of our deck. Don't even need to be cute about it. Play a land. Crew. I believe we get it back with Liza. I believe so. We actually can... Right? Yeah, because we have another one. And we get it back. They can double block here, and they take it like a champion. Good game, opponent. Good game. All right, man. Oh, they're still thinking about blocking. Okay, they can. I don't think it's going to work out the way. They can give it indestructible, but we just play the other shoulder and kill them anyways. So this is what being on the winning side of a solid deck list means. I always wondered. I always feel like we're brewing so much, so we're always like barely hanging on. Well played, friend. Well played. So we're going first, and we have 2 1-drops and a 3-drop. We even can go like 2, 3, 4 if need be. I like this. We're gonna keep this one. We're gonna keep this one. Start off with the old Shattered Sanctum, just to give us access to as many cards as possible on turn 2. We'll see Mountain from the opponent, maybe. Would be interesting. Alright. Let's go ahead and play our land. See what the opponent is got going on. Alright. The world is their oyster, isn't it? So let's go here and let's play Bank Buster. And maybe that's incorrect just because we're going to Wedding Announcement. We're not really going to draw. Alright. Alright. Duress Arena. So double black. So maybe a Rakdos list is what we're looking at here. So I think it's between Wedding Announcement and Dracula. We're going to hold the Legion to Ashes. Definitely glad we didn't run out the Phyrexian Missionary. So I guess the opponent's going to make the decision for us whether we're going to draw a card next turn or not. Interesting. Alright, well, let's get this going. Right? I think if the sooner we can establish a board presence, the better. So this is going to be a Fable. Is what I'm guessing. That's why they took the Legion. They could also play something like an underdog and cut down our dude, but I think just developing the wedding announcement. Now the question is, are we going to plus Soren or are we going to minus, right? Hate the fact that we missed our land drop. Not a fan of that. So we are going to draw main phase. Missed our land drop as well. Let's get in there for one. Maybe they're anticipating us playing something. Oh, I guess they could think we would play the Soren. I'm trying to think. If they don't do anything, then we're probably just going to plus Soren. Play Soren plus Soren, right? If they do play something, we may minus. I'm trying to think of the removal these lists have been typically running. Interesting enough, they took the Legion, right? There we go. Like hitting the old land drop arena. Question is, do we want to draw or not, right? Leaving up removal. So we could just draw, Bankbuster draw, right? And force them to feel silly for continually playing. The question is now, do we make a dude or not, right? I think we draw. Okay, that was not on my radar. Fair enough. They got me there. But now... Okay. So how do we mitigate this, right? That is the question. So there's a good yeah, there's still a good chance we're gonna get invoked next turn. So how do we mitigate that? We Soren plus, it dies. If we Soren minus, we're not gonna get a 1/1 from this. So it at least makes it to where they don't draw any cards, but they 3-for-1 us. So I don't want to play this shouldered. I think we just Bankbuster then. I think we just Bankbuster and send it back. Right? It's not the most exciting thing. But I think if they take their turn and they just draw two Brotherhoods. Oh, didn't think about that one. Didn't think about that. Gosh darn it. And that's probably the 1-of too. That's a bummer. I did the best we could. Oh, yeah. Okay. So now... Soren plus shouldered, and now they have 2 mana left over. We can get shouldered back with Phyrexian. Let's just plus. We'll reveal.
Nothing on Innistrad.
So no pause, but we didn't have a creature for them to go for the throat. Right? So let's see if we'll be able to... Okay. Lily's fine.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate drop it.
That's interesting. So the question is, do we get rid of the Path of Peril or not? I think so. They pitched the land. That's interesting. I guess we could have also pitched the land and got back with Paragon. Play the land, Paragon plus Bankbuster. Is that what we're trying to do here? We need to play more than one creature, though. So, Paragon first. Play here. There's the pause, so Paragon down. Yep, there's the go for the throat. That's fine. We can get it back, so we're not worried about it. We still got value. And then they're going to make us discard again. So do we just draw a card? We can crew this up. Yeah, I think we just draw another card. And yeah, we'll reveal the wedding announcement.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Fable, pretty good draw for the opponent. Pretty good draw. We'll pitch the...
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Specialist. So play Shouldered. Miss a land, unfortunately. Crew. Attack here. They're gonna block. I like that. And then we simply minus. Yeah, and hold on to the missionary. Keep the land in hand.
You will serve me well.
So we can pitch it to... Or do we make this to have some fodder? We just discard the other extraction specialist? Nah, I think just keeping the land in hand is fine. This, yeah, I think we got this. I feel pretty good about life here. Sack the foundry? And yeah, because we can get it back. We get the angel back and then we get the land back. Oh, that is sweet, man. Oh, yes. And I probably didn't even play it the best. It probably could even been played better than that. So good. So good. Old reliable. Well, my fellow knights, that is the deck, man. And small sample size, but I feel very comfortable giving this one the sweet 5 out of 5. I think this is great. Absolutely great. A lot of diversity in this list. A lot of cards that I think do good work and are absolutely solid. Like, I don't think you're punished for playing any of these cards. You can make an argument that the most narrow card in here is probably Extraction Specialist, right? But I mean, okay, so you have to have slightly more 2-drops than usual with a little bit of utility. It doesn't take much. Very happy with this. Very happy. Legion didn't really make too big of a splash, but it's pretty solid, man. I do like the flexibility of it over Soul Transfer, right? I know that we have the ability... Soul Transfer can get things back, but the fact that we have a lot of redundancy with our Phyrexian Missionaries, our Extraction Specialists, our Paragon, I think that allows us the opportunity to diversify our answers a little bit more, and just being able to hit Planeswalkers, hit enchantments, hit artifact creatures or artifacts. I think that gives it a little bit of leg up over Soul Transfer in this list. Never really got to see Liza pop off, but let's be honest, she is a must kill on site. The big thing for her is the fact that she is a 4/5 flying lifelink. That is really what makes Liza work. But the good thing is, in the curve, obviously most of the time they're going to try to kill Shouldered, then we pop the Liza. Yes, Shouldered's dead, but at that point now Liza can stick. And I mean, let's be honest, the exile clause is not, it's not zero sum, right? There is benefit there. But the core of the list was fantastic. Gosh, that top deck of that Path of Pearl was so good against that Soldiers player. So good. But yeah, list felt good to me. Mana base felt good. I was very happy with the list. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you guys have made it this far in the video, please do consider maybe dropping a sub or visiting our Patreon. Really would appreciate that. But that'll do it for today. Till next time, as always, my fellow knights, happy gaming.